So I'm out here trying to test the stinking function. Alright, it's claiming 3 volts. No way. Let's see. Key is on. Oh, it went up to 7 volts. So voltage is getting great. Okay. Let's see. Loses a little volt. Okay, so the wires are fine. Unbelievable. Should have just did that to begin with. 7 volts. So that thing right there is bad. Where's my hand at? Right here. Okay, that thing is bad. The fuel. Because I thought it was this thing here. This was rubbing on the stupid point here. Yeah, let's design a sharp object on a bouncy engine and then place the wire right above it so, you know, it could just saw into it. So the thing is worn out and I cut into it and I guess it was fine. You can feel some wear on the... Wonderful. Alright, so this has got to be bad. I wonder... Yeah, there's not going to be any easy fixes for that. Great. I got to drive the dump truck. Oh my gosh. And overnight a fuel management turd. Actually, let me Google and see if 7 volts is enough. Okay, so no start with a Y93 code from the Altel 200 reader that's compatible with this first generation Dodge Sprinter or Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. What about it? Ignore this monstrosity, whoever duct taped and whatever. The thing won't start. It's claiming that there's a open circuit or inability to communicate with the fuel regulator sensor or valve in the back here. And as you can see, I've got a very corroded and non-corroded pin into it trying to read the voltage. Typically, as we can see here, I cut it open, the sharp part of this engine will cut through or wear the wires down. There was wear on this here, and there is the teeniest bit of wear on the wire here. I was like, oh, case closed. That's why the sensor or the valve fuel regulator is not working. Pressure. No. I used to be able to shake the harness and the van would start, but that stopped working. So disconnecting and reconnecting this a bunch of times started helping it work. Oddly, that worked like 5-6 times. It would be random and sporadic, and I don't have time to do this. I'm supposed to be doing something right now. So I literally went and found and began the testing on the voltage, and it was reporting 7.5 to these pins initially. I'll just go ahead and say that it's probably the battery connection. You can see that sucker looks really messed up. I've already scrubbed out the inside, and it went from 7.5 to 9 something, but it's still not firing off. So I'm asking Google, what's it even matter? This thing's obviously running. It doesn't just shut off when I'm in the middle of driving it. It claims that the purpose of this here, it needs 12 volts that pulses and does all sorts of numbers of things to get it to do the right amount of pressure, and that it needs 4,000 psi, 3,500 to 4,000 psi before the injectors will even fire off, which is silly. Like, it should start at whatever amount it needs to, or just try rather than leaving you stranded somewhere. What was I going to say? But it says, no, if you if this didn't completely shut off all the fuel, that it might leak in there. And so the only way to get it to open is the 12 volts. And it would only make sense that if the wire harness is okay, even though it looks shot, and even if it says it can't communicate with this at all, then it's a voltage issue. So this couldn't be any more of the easiest solution. Yeah, I went the hardest way. I went cutting through the harness, and I disconnected things, and I was loosening the harness because that made it work for whatever reason. I don't know how that was increasing the voltage, but whatever. So right now it shows nothing. If I was to turn the key to the on position without even starting it, you would be able to see what the voltage is at. And 1.5 volt increase here, so I'm going to this side to get another amount of voltage. Let's scrub it out. I have an actual real thing that's supposed to go over this, and it's got like a pointy wire brush that can fit in here. I got lead shavings on myself now, probably. Trying to get this back off. But either way, I'm going to scrub these out. It doesn't, I can't even see in here, but sometimes you can clean this all day, but the copper will corrode inside of here, so double check that. I'm going to assume that's going to fix this issue. Probably a new one would let it run on less voltage. I mean, it's only 2 volts, or actually 3 volts, I suppose, off from where it belongs, but good grief, the amount of things a bad battery or connection can cause in vehicles in general, but especially this, are phenomenal. Like, I had a different issue that was triggering off, I think it was the WSP, the security unit, and it's because the corrosion here is because it's a dumb design. I don't know what's going on here, but I guess they don't have trees wherever the engineer designed the water runoff thing, but the water's supposed to go here and then through the fender. And anyway, it comes in here and it's dripping all inside of here, and I've cleaned this out multiple times. It's just endless debris. It's not going to stop. So they could have put like a mesh situation up here that could stop debris from getting there, but anyway, go and clean and let's see. Okay, terminals somewhat cleaned better. You can see that aluminum foil's been through something. It probably wouldn't hurt to, what's going on here? It looks corroded. Probably wouldn't hurt to clean up the ground to the body, but anyway, so we're gonna go and turn the key and see what this shows now. Guess you don't have to start it to see if the voltage is getting through. Okay. We are still at 9, but it's going to 9.5. That's nice. It's probably not going to start, but you know what? Half a volt. Let's see what we get. Because if it starts, I'm on. I don't care. I'll get stranded somewhere else. I'll bring some aluminum foil with me. This is so stupid. Come on. What is this? Germans. What is wrong with you people? Yeah, that's right. Call them out. Nope, still not starting. So I got the Autel deal in there. It's going to tell me the same thing. It's going to say can't detect or open circuit is probably what it's going to say. You know, it could be bad. It could be bad. The fuel regulator. There's no corrosion in there. And the pins look equal as great inside of here. If I didn't turn on the light. It's like, oh, you can't turn it on now. Either way, it looks good in there. I took a picture of it earlier. Just do that, take a picture inside and make sure they're not corroded. I usually just reconnect things a million times to try to improve the connection. Alright, well, there was an improvement. I usually just crank on stuff. What could it be? It could be this. Let's take a look at it. Let's use that zoom. Oof, that's definitely looking not so good. It could totally be corroded around the whole inside of the lead. And same for this here. Can't see it. Replacing the whole deal would eliminate that. Actually, let's see. What does it say here? It's one-handed. I need a GoPro. Okay, so we'll test it from the terminal. Working in IT, you start to see things in terms of, what do you start to see them in terms of? Like a road, or since it's networking, you think in terms of network, and you ask yourself, what are all the points of failure along the way? So if the points of failure between the battery and the fuel pressure valve regulator is not where it's supposed to be yet, first check the battery terminals. That's the first point of failure. The battery itself, we just saw 12.6. Then is it the outside of the terminal? Is it the connectors? Then is it the wires that go to the connectors? So you check the wires, or check somewhere else along the wire to make sure it's not somewhere else. Then it's supposed to go to ECU, which comes out as the wire harness here. So you could, if you have this wireframe issue, this is a 2004. I think 02 and 03 didn't have that spacer there. Yet somehow this still happened. Like, somehow it still happened. Either way, it says it could be resistance. So if it doesn't completely go through, it could have busted the, whatchamacallit, sheath, the shielding around the wire. And then it could have corroded the wire, and now you got resistance going on in there. It's seeming like resistance because we both saw, the two of us, there's only two of us watching who are part of this. All of us saw that the thing showed 9.5 volts max. Sucks. Oh yeah, I was still tracing it. Scatterbrain. Whoa, that's looking, what the? Oh, it's poking out. Yeah, no wonder the battery isn't transferring power. This whole thing is just plain nasty. What's going on here? Could this thing be bad too? Can't even get the voltage because the voltmeter is bad. Maybe it is getting 12 now. Well, either way, I don't want to buy this thing. It's like 90 bucks right now. It's 2006. It's $90 to. I'm poking this into the aluminum, trying to clean it off. Looks clean. Okay, so I jiggled some stuff. Let's try this again. Plugging the connectors back in. The battery is obviously fine. cables are fine. It's not showing the reading. What's going on? Let's see. It says that's positive. Let's put this on the positive. It's getting less than 9.5. How does it get less? Doesn't matter. It's just, at this point, I think it's time for a new vehicle. Just kidding. There ain't nothing to say. It's busted. I'll buy another one of these. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the arc oil works amazing. I do not get the pressure dropping issue anymore. I did get it a time or two, but it just seems to be going away now. Like it's not an issue anymore. So arc oil AR9100 works really good in the 7.3s and especially the 6.0. Okay, well that's how you test the thing that's broken. If you're getting a Y93 code. Okay, I'm gonna try something else. I started wiggling the, what did I start doing? Here, I'm gonna open up this. I started wiggling the ECU connector. And it started increasing the voltage a little bit, so I wonder if the ECU is starting to get corroded now. We're going into the Autel or Autotel 200. I want to clear the code. I feel like one time before when I jiggled it, I had to clear the code before it would start working. Wow. The worst thing, there has to be a better solution than this. I've already got like multiple apps, multiple scanners. I got the MX Plus, which is like more than this Autel 200 thing, and it's still not good. What is happening here? Okay, here we go again. This is how you do it if you buy this piece of trash. Manual Sprinter. Reading VIN, because they don't want you using their software. 2020, 2006, USA, OBD2. Choose specific unit and make it the engine. Let's go ahead and open the camera. Waiting, waiting, waiting. I would hate to be a mechanic. Wow. Read the codes. Read the codes. Y93 fuel management valve is faulty or open circuit. Well, that's because right now. Alright, I'm going to clear these codes. You have to exit the cleared. Yes, I want to clear the code. Because now we're going to see the voltage increased a little bit. Actually, let me wiggle it some more. Because wiggling and banging some, I think it's acoustic persuasion, or is it percussive persuasion, tends to work. Tends to do things. I'm trying to figure out how you disconnect these suckers all together. There's some sort of like thing you can pull out up here. Right here, there's like a tab, you see it? You can tell it's supposed to come out, but it's not, so whatever. Just wiggle this around. Connect better. Watch me bust some fry, short circuit it. Van go up in flames. Still the same. Anyway, let's go ahead and reconnect everything, and then let's give it some connection power there. You are connecting the best you've ever connected. Okay. Code is cleared. Let's give it a second. I should just disconnect the whole battery. Oh my goodness, you're kidding me. So yeah, that's what it was. It's still not getting the right voltage, but it's running. It's purring. Unstinking believable. So not only did I have to increase the voltage from 7.5 by cleaning the connections, messing with the ECU did increase this about like 0.3 of a volt. But it wasn't until you saw that I cleared the code using the Autel reader. So if you got a Y93, it's probably not the thing itself. It's probably going to be here. Corroded connector. Doing that did get it started. Shaking the wires got it started first. So I thought one of these was bent or severed. Then I realized, you know, that's probably not the case. Fiddled with the connection once I figured out where the thing was on the vehicle. And then today was no start no matter what, and it was this here. But I probably could have did the connection thing. I did clear it earlier. I cleared the code earlier. It wouldn't start like it just did. So it needed a little bit more volt. You know what? Maybe it's going to be fixed for a little while. This is how much I got tired of this. I just like ripped it off. It's a feature. I'm happy because screw this thing. Yeah. Trying to kick it. Hopefully there's nobody walking by. Getting some. Now you know, folks. Now you know. Now you know. Don't buy a Dodge Sprinter. That's what you know. So you're gonna need a voltmeter. I'm gonna link this down below. I'm gonna link the aluminum foil. I'm just kidding. A battery terminal cleaner. Battery terminal cleaner. Voltmeter. You need a 10mm wrench to get in there. 10mm wrench. You need the thing that scrubs the you need this thing that scrubs the terminals, and the Autel 200, Autotel 200. So look in the links, the description, and I'll give any updates such as, oh, it only worked one start. She purrs when she goes. That's the sound of a happy, healthy diesel.